We've just arrived at the Silver Strand beach, which is, I'd say, about 12 kilometers or so outside Louisburgh in County Mayo. And I'll put the video of the drive at the end, but it was the most hair-raising drive you could imagine in terms of a narrow road. You wouldn't want to meet any oncoming traffic, but absolutely stunningly beautiful. There's really no words to describe the beauty of this landscape. Just reverse the camera back around so you can look at the landscape. It's just magnificent.
Imagine living in that little house there. The views you must have all year round.
Yeah, incredible, absolutely incredible. This beach is just so pristine. It's like I don't know, like another world. But yeah, you'll see the drive at the end of the video. I'll put it, and it's really beautiful, really beautiful. Glad I filmed it, but absolutely hair-raising. So good job on because Tatiana drove and I filmed. So really good job on that. See if I can zoom in a little bit. That's just incredible, incredible. Wow. This has to be one of the nicest places that I've ever been to already. Just the sand is so perfect, the ripples so pure, like it's there's no stones or no footsteps, like no one's been here all day probably. This is January, so it's pretty cold. Just amazing, this mountain, the clouds. Yeah, it's pretty breezy. It's not too bad compared to how it could be. Not sure if the microphone is picking up the wind, hopefully not. Just absolutely stunning.
This region of Ireland's really our favourite part of Ireland.
Yeah, definitely. I think this part of Ireland is my opinion, probably the nicest. It's very personal preference, of course, to which place you prefer, but I really like the west of Ireland for sure. Is pretty much all beautiful, but Kerry and around Cork is really stunning. But this part, there's just something really special about this part of County Mayo, and then you have Connemara, which is sort of off this way. If you keep driving that way, you kind of reach towards Clifton. You have the Sky Road, and Connemara National Park's beautiful, but there's something about this region, all the islands off the coast and the way the coastline is and the mountains. Just really something mystical. It's probably a good word to describe it. Just look at this, like it's absolutely stunning. I said it again, it's stunning. It's like just something out of a movie set. Like it's almost unreal looking, especially in this light, because it's starting to get just a little bit dark, but it's that kind of moment where it's still like pretty bright outside, but it's just the colours of the sand in contrast with the sky and the sea, the ocean, the land. Just do a little panoramic shot there, 360 around us. Just beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. I almost feel guilty that we walked. You can see our footsteps. I feel guilty that we left footsteps in the sand. I see there's actually two other sets of footprints here. Someone else has been at some point today. It's just absolutely amazing. It makes you want to go for a swim even though it's January. I imagine living in that house. There's one house up there, and I think there's like nothing for miles around here. Like, I've had a look on the map and there's just no roads or anything like over this way, and there's quite a lot of land where there's very little in terms of habitation. Wow.
Put our hands in the water.
That's what you're going to say. Do we dare go swimming?
Hell no.
Well,
I know. The hand is all.
let's do it. Let's do it. The hand
Okay.
is all. Oh, that's brave.
Ooh, yes, it's very cold. Yeah.
It is cold, yeah. Although I'd do it. I'd go for a swim.
No.
I would.
You'd go alone, I'm sorry.
If I had a towel. That's the problem. You need to dry off, but apart from that, I would.
I had a wetsuit
Yeah.
and a flask of warm tea.
How much do you dare me?
I don't, I'm not cruel.
I'm very tempted. Could
Tomorrow we take towels with us.
I'll go running naked into the Atlantic Ocean and we can pixelate out and the parts that will get the video so the video doesn't get taken down. It's like the tide is coming in. It's like getting just each moment is getting a little closer to us. Oh, that's just spectacular. Well, I can't.
Walking over there.
Yeah, well,
You got something.
we just hiked up Croagh You'll see in our other video earlier. That's not Croagh, just to be clear. But we hiked up Croagh earlier. I'd go straight up there right now. Don't know the name of this mountain, but it's really beautiful. Let's have a walk over here, maybe.
Yeah. Be mindful of its
Yeah, we might get stranded with the tide.
size. That needs a light.
It's happened to me before that the tide has come in around me. I remember in Dublin before. I remember I was staring out to sea one day, way out, the tide was way out, and myself and a friend walked all the way out, probably about at least a kilometre and a half, that's how far the tide went out, contemplating life after an exam that we thought we didn't do too well in, but it was okay in the end, but after a university exam, and we're staring out to sea into the abyss, thinking, oh no. And I don't know how much time went by, but we looked around and suddenly we found ourselves on a little island surrounded by the sea, and the tide had come in. So luckily we managed to wade back to shore. But yeah, it can happen. So you need to keep an eye on that. It's amazing to be by the Atlantic Ocean in such a wild place. No one else around.
Nice, that's all just the sound of the crashing waves.
Yeah, just the sounds. This definitely goes down, in my view, as one of the most beautiful beaches that I've ever seen, either in reality in my life or even on TV or something. I've never seen something so dramatic, really, and so isolated. Just one house, two houses. Yeah, it's one house in the distance, and that's it. Lucky people. Let's have a look up here. These sand dunes. Not sure where this goes, but let's have a look. It's really strange. I promise you, this is not a golf course, but it almost looks like a naturally made golf course. The grass is so short, and it's not being cut or anything. It's whatever way the grass is here. It's like really short, and there's all these like little kind of dips in the ground, like as though it's almost like a nature's own golf course.
Because of the parking.
Don't worry, we'll be fine. Well, let's hope we'll be fine.
I'll get you say I told you so.
We can always swim back. It's absolutely amazing to be in such a place. Wow, it's another view of the beach back there that we were just on. Sort of multitasking here, taking a few quick photographs before it gets too dark as I film. It's just so amazing. I don't want to turn the camera off because we want to bring you along on this journey to show you just how amazing this is, because I don't know how many people come here when they're, say, traveling around and stuff, but I reckon it's not that well known. It's really a nice little secret, this sort of hidden beach and wilderness area. Love all these little islands. Some of them are big, some of them are just rocks sticking out of the ocean. I'm sure they all have stories to tell. I'm sure there's been so many shipwrecks in this area. I know I see some building over there. Just gonna zoom in a little bit, but just on this rock, you see it's like could be a castle or a tower just over there.
Yeah.
Not sure what it is.
Lights there, so it must be some kind of small port. See the red light blinking.
Oh yeah, there's a red light over there, yeah. Yeah, I think there's some...
There's another beach over there.
Yeah. I'm not sure there's any way to access. I had a look on the map and I couldn't see any road or anything. Just something super magical in the air this evening. The way the clouds are, the lights. So when you read about and hear about mystical Ireland and Celtic legends and all of these kind of things that Ireland is famous for, a place like this is why. Wow, that's just stunning. Take another quick photo. Hope you're enjoying this video. Normally I don't film continuously. Normally I cut out bits and edit them together, but like it's so spectacular that I think, I don't know, if I was sitting at home and watching this YouTube video, I think I just want to enjoy the scenery and the sound of the ocean. And he wouldn't care about it being too edited or too proper. It just sort of speaks for itself. There's a little cove here. Jar, is there any treasure? You can just imagine some pirates. Some pirates landing here with some treasure that they're burying somewhere or something they're smuggling. Oh, it's pretty wet here. Whoop. That's one thing you have to have when you come to Ireland, especially at this time of year, is a good pair of hiking shoes. So please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button if you're enjoying this video, which I hope you are enjoying this little discovery that we're making of this place right now. It's kind of, it's not sure there's much of a trail, it's kind of just randomly following the coastline. Oop, it's all buggy here. I think some of these tracks have been made by animals like sheep. I see a sheep up ahead actually. Yeah, that's a magical fairy sheep that's time traveled here from the past. Actually looks almost like a standing stone. I'm not sure it is. Well, maybe it is. It's a bit odd. It's kind of strange, this rock that's just sticking up here. It's hard to know if it's put there or if it's naturally there. It's hard to say. I don't know, maybe these sheep have the answer. That is one funky sheep. Look at the colours on that sheep.
That's a
Wow.
rainbow sheep.
That-
It's beautiful.
That sheep has had his hair done in I have to take a picture of. Just excuse me for a second while I take a picture of this sheep.
I want that sheep's hairdresser dress.
Yeah, that's one funky sheep. Posing for the camera. It knows. Oh, the other one's pretty funky too. It makes a pretty good photograph. You can see on my phone if it focuses. Wow. That's the coolest, they're the coolest sheep I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It makes me really want to camp here.
No, another funky sheep.
Another funky sheep.
Yeah, that's what a wall.
Yeah, this old dry stone wall that somebody built probably hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Look at that. Not a bit of cement. Still standing, at least part of it. Some old rope like off a boat or something. It's getting boggy around here. Climb up over this rock. Wow. This coastline is just epic.
Looks like we're still okay tide-wise.
Yeah. Tatjana's worried about the tide. I worry about these things after they happen. Hopefully we won't get stranded. Oh, jump over this little stream. This definitely is one of the coolest places that I've ever been to in Ireland.
So wow.
Yeah. It's the thing in Ireland that I think you need to go to the west of Ireland to really find remote wild places, and even they're hard enough to find sometimes. This definitely ticks all the boxes.
You can even taste the salt in the air.
Yeah, you can really taste the salt in the air. My lips are completely salty. Lovely. Wow. Another nice little cove here. It'd be just amazing on a summer's day. We have to come back here in summertime. Imagine you could just spend a whole day here reading a book, swimming. These really weird looking boulders on the hill there.
Not a camo dude, it's a camo sheep.
Yeah.
Looking at it.
Yeah, it's not a camo dude, it's a camo sheep. Reference to the camo dudes of Area 51 that watch the gates, where we have visited both the front and back gate of Area 51 and been spied upon by the camo dudes, security, military security. So the sheep are doing the same thing, they're spying on us. Maybe there's some
Very security going on there.
Yeah, maybe it's just some extraterrestrial fairies. More sheep. It's funny, they're not scared. But you don't see too many people around here. I think we've gone right off the trail now. I don't know if they're actually
Know where the trail
was an official trail. Let's just go up to that hill over here and see what we see from on top of it. Yeah. I wonder how things work here with the land. I don't know. Presume it's not private land. Don't know how that works. There's no fences or anything. For once, that's the thing. My pet peeve about Ireland is there's not enough places to walk. There's not enough walking trails for a country with so much natural beauty. There's so few walking trails, and usually they're quite short. It's great to be in a place like this where you can just wander around, and there's no fences, no boundaries. Look at this. Look at these boulders up here. We dropped there in the last ice age. This one has a massive crack in the middle of it. It's really weird. Cracked right through. Bizarre. Very strange, this boulder.
Hollow inside.
Really weird. What should we do? Should we turn back?
Probably. It is getting dark.
Keep tempted to keep going up. I'm like, what's on top of that hill? Do you want to see what's on top of the hill?
And then we turn back.
Okay, let's go to the top of this hill before we turn back. See what we see on the other side. It's gonna get boggy. Oh shoot! This is maybe. I see. Just follow my footsteps and hope for the best. If you step on the grassy bits, it's not too bad. Okay, made it. We made it. Okay. Oh, so you can see behind this beautiful mountain. Look at that ocean. It's incredible. So we're going to try to get to this hill, and then hopefully we'll have a view. Hopefully we'll have a view on the other side. Sort of racing against the light now. I didn't even get time to take out my main camera. I have my zoom lens on today, so it's probably not the best for this kind of landscape, really, because it's 100 to 400 millimeter, which is already zoomed in at the lowest end. So I just have my trusty phone to take some photos on this occasion, and this camera that I'm filming on right now, which I hope is doing a good job. Just look at that. Incredible. Trying not to step in sheep poop, which is everywhere. Okay, almost at this hill. So I think we're going to have a good view on the other side of this peninsula. Jump across here. More boggy parts. Whoop. I have to hope for the best when you walk across these kind of boggy parts. One wrong foot, one wrong move, and your foot is soaked. Okay. Wow, look at that behind us. Just wild. Absolutely wild.
Well, you call it wild.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this wildling. Okay. So let's get to the top of this hill. Mind the sheep business on the ground. I'm slipping. Okay, this is going to be worth it, I think, because there's a view now up the other way. It's getting really windy. Oh wow. Yeah, check this out. Whoa. Nearly fell over. That's incredible. Let's do a sweeping panorama. Some other beach down this way. Well, that was definitely worth it. What a view.
Really stunning.
Yeah. You can see it's windy just a little bit, but it's worth it. So we're gonna head back now to the car. So I'll turn the camera off for a few minutes, film a bit more as we get closer, back on the beach. See you then. We made it back to the beach. The footage is gonna be really grainy and noisy because it's really dark now. I'm surprised actually it's showing up on the screen of this camera, but yeah, it's really surreal. We kind of meandered our way back in the dark and watching out for streams. We saw some weird looking creature run across in front of us. Looked like a kind of a goat or something.
Extremely fast.
Extremely fast. It wasn't a sheep. It was something else. Who knows? Maybe a mythical creature.
Maybe.
Or maybe just a goat. See into the sunset that direction. It's a little bit brighter. Can't really see where we're going. So remember, the car was somewhere back this way, basically towards that mountain. There's not much battery left, so hopefully this lasts. I'm not sure how good the footage is going to be, if it'll be usable or not. I want to show you how this looks at this time of day. It's an experience in itself to be walking along a remote beach in the west of Ireland at dusk. Just one house, nothing else for miles. Maybe we should knock on their door, ask them, can we have a cup of tea?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a nice warm cup of tea.
Yeah. So we covered a lot of ground today. We walked up Croagh earlier. You can see that in another video that we'll post. And yeah, this walk has been a really nice surprise, completely unplanned. We just randomly drove this direction, just looked on the map and said, oh, let's see what's that way, past Louisburgh. Never been to Louisburgh. We didn't stop in it. Maybe we'll stop on the way back. But we just kept driving and kept driving and driving and driving, and just randomly saw, okay, Silver Strand, there's loads of beaches around here. Just picked it out, and it's been an absolute treasure of a find. Incredible. I think we need to walk this way. It's just so epic.
It is.
I could literally stay here all night, even in this cold.
You're braver than I am.
It's paradise.
It is.
Must be just amazing. We have to come back here and do some photography, some night photography, some astrophotography, because this region has one of the clearest skies in Europe, I think. We have a huge problem. The tide has come in and it's blocking our way. So we're gonna have to take our shoes off.
Careful. It's going fast as well.
Yeah, it's going fast.
Careful.
We need to get across here. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Whew. Oh, I was not planning on doing that.
Yeah, so we have to get across there.
I know.
And yeah, well, we're going to go in the Atlantic Ocean at
Going
least.
fast. We're going to
Okay,
be
but be
cold.
careful where you walk. Look, I'll show
Oh,
you.
that's so cold.
Okay, careful where you walk. There might be something. Yeah, there might be something sharp. Be careful. We made it back across. This the tide came right in. It's rising rapidly, so we made it across from there from the beach. So that explains the tides. So now we understand that the tide does indeed come in and pretty fast. So if you ever come here to the Silver Strand in County Mayo, be careful of the tides. We waded across, so we did get to dip our feet in the end in the Atlantic Ocean. And it's coming in here pretty fast. So I think soon all of this will be underwater. Well, we made it back to the car in the dark. We had to wade across a little bit of the ocean that came in and surrounded us. So our feet are nice and cold. But yeah, that was incredible.
That was quite something.
An incredible walk, an incredible discovery. If you ever come to County Mayo, check out the Silver Strand.
It's well worth it.
It's a hidden gem. Maybe it should stay that way, but it's yeah, definitely worth a visit. So see you in the next video.